anyone who has heart within himself, who is human being, must stand up and protest against this horrible decision.
What can I do? What can I do? Your heart has been broken again.
We want to listen, to meet the people, to have enough time to talk to people, to see what's sadness, what's making them sad, what's making them happy. It's not all the time we live in a tragedy.
Your prayers disappear in the sand like your tears, my beloved, my Jerusalem.
This organization exists is not to simply to send people over there, but to actually affect change here in the U.S.
Interfaith Peace-Builders began as a program of Fellowship of Reconciliation. We started the program in 2000 in response to Israeli and Palestinian peace activists who asked the fellowship to renew a major delegation program. Then in 2006, Interfaith Peace-Builders became its own independent entity, nonprofit organization.
I want to change U.S. foreign policy. That's why I chose this group.
It's difficult to understand the situation if you haven't seen it in reality. Simply seeing the situation on the West Bank will be transformative.
I'm a Jew, I'm an Israeli, and before anything else, I'm a human being.
Nothing is worth diminishing one's humanity. But I also believe that in the process of being inhuman to us, or we inhuman to them, we also lose part of our humanity.
Hope without courage is not hope. And hope which is not risky is not hope. So, courage and risk are the two faces of hope.
But we will not give up. Yes, it's our land and it's our roots in this land. And it's our heritage.
And the best way to create awareness about what happens is to encourage people to do exactly what you are doing. To come and to visit. To come and to see what the situation is really like. And what we say is that no matter how many books you read, no matter how many documentaries you watch, no matter how many alternative news media sources you listen to, it doesn't take for you to be here more than 2 or 3 days to really see what the situation is like, to really understand what is happening here, to see the wall, to see the settlements.
I know maybe we will not have a big number of stories, but each story it's mean a lot.
You know, the only way to understand the other side is to put yourself in their place. So I can understand their fear. I can understand their need for a home. And both of us want peace and to live, just to live a normal life. So I don't have anger.
As soon as you talk about the situation, you experience this tremendous fierceness behind their eyes, which comes from so many years of degradation. And this degradation is not momentary. It has been going on in waves, wave after wave after wave. And of course, people are much more than their suffering, and they spend so much time really trying to live a beautiful life.
Sometimes it's like they impose the curfew for 2 days, sometimes 1 week, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 1 month. And the longest period, continuous curfew, and it was very long, it was 49 days, almost 50 days.
And we always debate, what is the more compelling story? Is it to tell you something that used to take 5 minutes that now takes 45 minutes? Or something that used to take an hour that now takes 8 hours?
But all of this area being part of Greater Jerusalem, and then this line here being what's called Metropolitan Jerusalem.
They don't get it that they don't get that serving in the army today is serving the occupation, is serving not the security of the Israeli citizens, securing only the repression in the occupied territories.
We want to reconcile, we as a side who won, we are the victorious side of course. I think we must take responsibility for what we've done. We must recognize the refugees' rights, include the right of return.
You know, the argument that refugee return is not feasible is kind of nonsense. Because that land is still there. The site of the village, for most people, is still there.
People assume it's on the green line. They don't know that very often the wall doesn't separate between Israelis and Palestinians, but between Palestinians to the lands. This is information that is not clear to the Israeli public.
The wall is coming in the coming 2-3 weeks because they already did the measurements and we already lost in the court. And my land is this mountain across from here. It's 80 dunams, belongs to my father and my uncle. It's all gone with the wind.
Nonviolence means empowerment. Nonviolence means strengthening. Nonviolence means building the community.
And we need to go on this field of nonviolence to have the talk and the walk. It is a lifestyle, it's a strategy, it's a mode that you like to adapt yourself to. It's not easy.
We had a march through Jerusalem where Palestinian and Israeli women marched together, linked arms, with a sign that said, "We refuse to be enemies."
And personally, I have never been involved in any offense. I was detained for my political and human rights activism, and I think countries that consider themselves democratic countries will not punish people for such things.
We are not doomed. It is not our destiny to keep on dying here in this holy land forever. We can change it. We can break once and for all this endless cycle of violence. We can show people that with our enormous power, the power of turning our hate into hope, we can put cracks in the wall.
When we are frustrated, we come here and plant a tree. We do something. We invite people and we discuss with them. So it's like a way of resisting in a positive way. And it's very important for us to think positively for the future, because there is a hope. There is a hope for peace and reconciliation, and we don't want to give this hope up.
Today was worse than yesterday, and tomorrow will be worse than today. The hammer, the nails are being relentlessly and inexorably, because of the United States posture, being hammered into the coffin of Palestinian aspirations for a viable state.
Essentially, the United States has recognized this element was, which from my point of view means that a viable Palestinian state is gone. There is no viable state. In fact, we're building in areas that the United States recognizes will be permanently a part of Israel. Justice is untenable. And so that's why I continue to struggle, because even though things are really tough and they're hard and they're black and it doesn't look like there's a way out, I think that we have to keep pushing and we'll find a break.
For us, we think that the real work starts after you guys get back and working in your communities, working with your local media, talking to your political representatives, and basically engaging in whichever way you feel you're best suited to and can be most effective.
You know, I'm concerned about the situation and I want to learn more about it. And I would love it if others in this faith community wanted to join me in that.
The point is, we need congressional resolutions which call for
unimpeded humanitarian access and the free flow of commerce into and out of the Gaza Strip.
I think that the issue that binds all of us, regardless of our faith community, is that issue of justice that is in the Hebrew Scriptures, it's in the Quran, it's in the New Testament.
And said they were wanting to form an organization of ex-fighters on both sides to meet together because they knew this wasn't working.
The power of love as expressed through non-violent resistance will bring this occupation to a swift and lasting end.
There are many voices in Israel and many different voices in Palestine. I make no claim to expertise about the history, politics, or economy of Israel or the occupied territories. I only claim expertise in my own experiences.
I am from here. I am from Jerusalem. And I welcome everyone. We have a lot of land to live together in one hand together, to live as brothers.
The only way to do something is to go forward, not to look back.
I wake up and take up the story again. One bullet can pull it all right round the bend. Another voice quiet, another child dead. Her mother may never get back out of bed. Make up your faces, take up your places. I'm so tired of hearing that song about how I'm justified in my hate and my lies, because I have been so deeply wronged. What can I do? What can I do? Your heart has been broken again. Your prayers disappear in the sand like your tears, my beloved, my Jerusalem.